Good afternoon and welcome to African News 24 Television, your premier source for timely updates. I'm Timothy Crown at DBB, bringing you the latest developments at this hour. We begin with a report from the chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amokito, who has assured Nigerians the results from the 2027 general election will be transmitted electronically. He said while the Commission has the technical capacity to send results digitally, achieving a completely perfect election may not be possible. According to him, real-time transmission could face challenges in areas with poor network and logistics, but INEC remains committed to improving the process and delivering credible elections. And in security, the Nigeria Police Force has placed commands across the country on red alert following security concerns in the Middle East linked to the conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Acting Inspector General of Police Tunji Disu increased security measures to prevent any spillover effect that could threaten internal peace and stability. According to a statement issued in Abuja by the Force Public Relations Officer Benjamin Odein, police commissioners in the Northwest, Northeast, and North Central regions have been directed to intensify surveillance, boost intelligence gathering, and strengthen collaboration with traditional and religious leaders. Officers are also to increase visibility policing around worship centers and other public spaces to prevent criminal activities. In other news, the wife of the President of Nigeria, Tinubu, has urged members of the National Assembly to remain mindful of their accountability to God while carrying out their legislative responsibilities. She was speaking during the dedication and commissioning of the National Assembly chapel in Abuja. She reminded lawmakers that beyond making laws for citizens, they would ultimately answer to God for their actions and decisions in leadership. Also addressing the gathering, Senate President Gospel Akpabio called on Nigerians to prioritize competence over religious considerations in leadership selection, while Deputy Speaker Kalu noted the lawmakers must be guided by divine wisdom and moral responsibility. Former head of state, Gowon, also urged legislators to promote unity and national interest, stressing that love, justice, and faith should remain central to governance as Nigeria strives for peace, stability, and progress.
Stands as a testament that while we legislate for the people, we ultimately remain accountable to God. As we dedicate this chapel today, may it inspire humility in the leadership, courage in decision-making, and compassion in service. And may Nigeria continue to flourish as we collectively seek the face of God in worship and prayer in this chapel in Jesus.
The Ogun State government has begun an independent medical assessment of residents in Ogijo, Shagamu local government area of the state, following concerns over possible lead contamination linked to battery recycling operations. The action follows earlier reports in November 2025 of suspected lead poisoning, which prompted the shutdown of affected facilities and the introduction of environmental inspections within the community. Commissioner for Health Tomi Koka stated that blood samples were collected from more than 500 residents to evaluate exposure levels. The Nigerian Institute of Medical Research was engaged to carry out an independent scientific study focusing on vulnerable groups such as children, pregnant women, nursing mothers, and previously identified at-risk individuals, while routine health screening will be introduced for industry workers. Over the business, former Central Bank Deputy Governor Tunji says the tax reforms introduced by President Bola Tinubu administration are pro-poor, aimed at easing the burden on low-income Nigerians. Lemo says the reform focus on widening the tax net, improving collection efficiency, and reducing multiple taxation rather than increasing taxes on the poor. He added that targeting high-income earners and large corporations alongside transparent implementation would help promote fairness, fund public services, and support economic growth. And on a foreign scene, Israeli military aircraft have carried out fresh strikes on Tehran, further escalating the ongoing conflict between Israel and Iran. Military sources said the attacks are part of a broader campaign targeting sites across western and central Iran. Eyewitnesses report that one strike hit a hospital area in the Iranian capital, prompting emergency evacuations. Iranian authorities have condemned the attacks as concerns grow over wider instability across the Middle East. Meanwhile, Iranian authorities have announced 40 days of national mourning amid reports concerning the status of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Officials say constitutional provisions have been activated to ensure continuity of governance, with a temporary leadership council expected to oversee state affairs during the transition. The move, authorities say, is aimed at maintaining stability as Iran navigates a sensitive political period.
And carrying portraits of Khamenei. We lost our dearest person. We lost our elder. We lost our master. We gathered here because of this.
We said last night until the morning that, God willing, the news of Khamenei's death is a lie. Unfortunately, it was truth.
Protesters attempted to storm Baghdad's green zone.
Over to sports, Arsenal FC have secured a convincing victory over London rivals Chelsea FC after defeating the Blues, who were reduced to 10 men during their Premier League clash fixture. The results further intensify competition at the top of the English Premier League as teams battle for title and still in sport, Nigeria Super Eagles are awaiting a decision from World Football Governing Body FIFA over a complaint involving their World Cup qualifying fixture against their Congo national football team. The Nigeria Football Federation confirmed that the case was submitted for review following concerns raised after the match. NFF President Ibrahim Gusau said the federation is awaiting FIFA's official verdict while cooperating with ongoing investigations. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade-Ekeinde is celebrating 30 years in the film industry with her directorial debut, Mother's Love. The movie explores themes of family, resilience, and motherhood, marking Omotola's transition from acting to directing. She announced the release during a media briefing, noting that the project reflects her journey and commitment to telling authentic Nigerian stories. And on a sad note, Nigerian gospel singer Taiwo Adegbodu has passed away after a brief illness, his family has confirmed. The family described the late singer as a devoted minister whose music inspired many within Nigeria's gospel community. Tributes have been pouring in from fellow gospel artists, fans, and church leaders celebrating his legacy. That'll be all for now. Be sure to follow us on all our website, on all our social media platforms, and on our website, africanews24.ng, and on all our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. I'm Timothy Crown, Adiribe. Good afternoon.